Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between our visitors. The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage, the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. On the give, running right is Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a third down and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the NFC will take over first and 10.
Here we go. Black 40.
Off the play fake. Clark. He'll buy some time right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket, and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
The defensive coach is losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Haskins trying to pick it up. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3. Matt Rule not a big fan of that last call, and he's going to go ahead and challenge it. First and goal from just inside the 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Clark. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Garrett Wilson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the NFC has taken the early lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. His kick is good, and the NFC goes up 7-0. The NFC set to kick off as this one's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense for the AFC set to go now. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Again to Howard up the gut. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Black, 95. Set, go.
Now back to throw. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The AFC with a football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, right? Ready, go!
They're going to look to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Azeez Ojulari coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Ready.
Looking to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd and 5. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton, a 5-yard touchdown. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's Clark looking to throw on 2nd down. He finds Wilson, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Haskins now on 1st and 10. He's got it to the 43 here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Clark rolling to his left. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Clark now on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Clark throwing quickly to Wilson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Here we go. 95.
They'll run here with Haskins. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. And Oliver in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Clark buying time to his touchdown. George Pickens, a 20-yard touchdown. And the NFC has taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The NFC kickoff team out there, and they send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ready?
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
All right, go.
Up the middle, it's Cook. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. A first throw for the backup Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And, yeah, he's going to have an AFC first down. No sense playing it close to the vest in a game like this. They go for it, and they're rewarded. There's Wilson to throw. Smith catches left side. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even... And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. clock at 3. We'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, they'll let Kirk try and run. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Now Clark, off play action. On the move to his left. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, 70 yards. And the NFC has broken the tie. That's what we want right there, CD. It's the Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
The NFC set to kick off as this one's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson got the connection here to Bourne. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The AFC punt team out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and that will come the offense as they take over. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson dancing to his left. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run forward with Pollard, and he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Now here's Pollard, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the 4th. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them, and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And look at that. He's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is born. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here we go. 60 Alpha.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Pollard will take this one in for an AFC touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? And these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flushed out right. Throw right side, Wilson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. He was out there waving his arms. When you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Get ready.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll run with Cook, and he is in. Touchdown NFC. Dalvin Cook, an 8-yard touchdown run, and the NFC has retaken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing now is Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Wilson to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, Let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the pass. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the NFC going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Four quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Now Clark to throw. Throwing to start the drive.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun. Clark. And Wilson with it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Shot, 17.
Clark off the bootleg. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line.
A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Haskins.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
33, yellow.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. 11 yards there on the touchdown run. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.